In today's digital sphere, it is not an easy task for an organization to stand out from the crowd and grab people's attention. Competition is fierce, and people are constantly receiving information from every front. Using corporate digital channels such as social media or a blog is a good way to go, but it's not enough. You need an army of allies with the right networks to help you spread the message. In this episode of TechTalk, I speak with Yasmine Meziane, who manages our firm's digital employee advocacy program, about how to implement such an initiative. So, let's jump right into it. So, welcome to a new episode of Tech Talk. This is the episode 16, season 4, and it's the one on digital employee advocacy. Now, today, Carla is not here. And Carla is not here because she was traveling to Portugal. She traveled to Portugal and she got a cold. So, I hope she's feeling better. Probably she will be asking one of the questions if she feels okay. We will try to call her later on. And our invitee today is a very good colleague of us, and particularly a very good colleague of mine, whose name is Yasmine Meziane. Or Meziane. Welcome, Yasmine.
Hello, thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Despite the weather.
Despite the weather, but as I said earlier, our heart is always shiny, so it's
yes,
fine.
The sun shines in our heart. That's our hope. That's our hope. So I think without further delay, let's kick this off. Normally I would have said, Carla, could you please ask the first question? But Carla is not here. So yeah, I will be doing almost a monologue, a dialogue. So let's go. What is really a digital employee advocacy program? How can you explain that in simple words?
So here in simple terms, it's basically employees helping spread the company content and messages and using social media. So in more details, it's employee acting as brand ambassador for the company, advancing their own personal brand and promoting the company's value and expertise.
Okay, so it's the company takes advantage of the employees' network.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And what is in there for the employee?
So there are a lot of advantages for employees actually. So they are onboarding into a branding program. So they get to know company's content and messages in a really curated way, especially chosen for them. And then they have the advantage to share it within their network. Mm-hmm. So they can definitely increase their publication on social media. They can improve their personal brand and also being seen as thought leader within their network. So
I will use a cliche phrase, but it's a sort of win-win situation. Does
yes.
it work?
Okay. Exactly.
Okay. Now, you're saying all that to our audience based on an experience, experience we have lived, we are living in PwC Luxembourg, which is called our employee advocacy program, run by actually you. So
indeed.
Who is better to tell us the story about this? So the second question is exactly that one. So what is that program about?
So the program today, it's based with 175 ambassadors, and we have a dedicated digital platform for them on which they can find all the content that has been selected for them. And this content is chosen by me, as I am the content curator of this program, meaning that I go to the web, I go to our online newspaper on our website, and I curate the content for them. It can be about many subjects, so artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, technology, upskilling, ESG, sustainable finance.
Banking, monkeys. You name it. Okay, all the matters. And is it challenging to find content?
Yes, sometimes it is challenging. So we are quite lucky here to have regular content that is published every week, like the blog in 1 minute or the blog articles. So we can promote content produced here in Luxembourg. So we have also content produced within the PwC Global or within the network. But what maybe is the key differentiator for us, it's really helping me to find a very good piece of content, is that we also share third-party content. It can be from a local newspaper like Paper Jam or Delano or Silicon Luxembourg, which also help us to share to our ambassadors other content written by other people. Because in my view, it is very important that our ambassador get to know other point of view or other kind of content,
or perspectives,
which gives them a sense of authenticity into their social media channels.
Absolutely, because for digital presence, and that's one of the trainings you and I give internally also, it's having a nice, how can I say, mix of content that shows that you are not biased and you not only see one thing, but you see different sources and you read about different things. And so that also, I think, grows your perspective and your points of view become more relative, which is very important in life. So, and how frequent do you post content? It's kind of every day you have new content for people?
Yes, it is every day, and that's why sometimes it's challenging. So each ambassador receives 4 posts a day. As I said, it can be about any kind of topic and in any format. Can be a video, can be an article, can be a podcast, as we're doing right now. 4 posts per day, and also which each post they have a social media message that is included. So I will say everything is very easy for them. They get the they get the content, they get the message. But of course, what we recommend to them is to customize the message that you receive, because we want to facilitate the way to share them, to share on social media. But we also continue on them to put their personal touch into the message based on their experience, expertise, client audiences.
Okay. Now, like everything in life, I guess it has also, this program has pain points and has challenges you have to overcome, or you may still working on overcoming. So which are they? What is the dark side of this kind of programs?
Do you want to talk about Star Wars?
No, but there is always, there are always challenges to face.
Yes, of course. So I didn't want to quote Yoda, but I think he has something about experience. Something, so experience you will see, you will know. But then, the dark side will be, so first finding content, as I mentioned, but the other one will be employee engagement. As I said, we have more than 175 ambassadors, but not all of them are active or using the program to share on the social network. So we need to encourage them on a regular basis to maybe discuss with them what are the pain points on their side, what they are sharing, sometimes not at all, sometimes very not very often. Employee engagement is one of the key challenges when you are running an employee advocacy program, because you need to make sure that people are engaged along the year, not only in the first week when they are boarded. You need to make sure that they are engaged in all the participation.
And Yasmine, you mentioned 175. Is this a Kabbalistic magic number, or why 175? Or it's a number that is still growing? It's
still growing, and we had the strategy of having limited number of seats. So far we didn't reach our limitation, but then when we started the program, so I believe that we have 80 ambassadors. And then some people left, some people quit the program, some new have been added. And also we managed to make some, I would say, recruitment sessions. So we organize awareness session about the program, and then after this session we had interest of some other people, and then they wanted to be onboarded, so we onboard them. And today it's basically working with word of mouth. So if we have some ambassador who are speaking about the tool that you are using, so they can promote it by to other people. But also in a quick anecdote like I can share is that I had someone who were saying, yeah, I can see that this person is sharing a lot of interesting piece on social media. How do they get them? I really want you to know how. And then they realized that we have an employee advocacy program that can help them having this kind of content and help them to share more frequently into social media.
Now let's move at organizational level. So as far as I know, and I talk to people in Luxembourg, other people working in different companies, not necessarily all of them have these kind of programs. So why should a company bet on them? Because of course it brings, I don't know if very high costs, but certain costs and efforts and resources to be invested. So why a company should bet on this?
Well, I will see several aspects. The first aspect is about if you onboard employee into an advocacy program, then you can reach definitely more people. But if you are only using your own corporate social media channel, if you think about one person, let's say that one person on LinkedIn have 300 connection, meaning that only one, and if you onboard at least 10 or 20 or 100 people into an ambassador program, then you do the math, but definitely you can reach more people and diversified and a more broadly audience by only using your own corporate social media. So definitely you can spread your content messages to a more large audiences. So
the reach multiplies N times, when you, that's one thing. And the other is also, and a part of my job is coordinate the digital team. And when I talked to the social media specialist, she realized during COVID that people were engaging less with corporate content and more with people's content, because people in the end love people. We like people, we buy from people. So I think that is really the power of these kind of programs. No, you I don't like to use the word use, but you take advantage of your employees to reach further audiences or more audiences. So, okay, that said, I have another question, and this is about the digital part of this program, because we are saying, okay, digital employee advocacy can exist an employee advocacy program without the digital part?
So employee advocacy is not new. It has always been existing along the year. It's just that what is new today with digital employee advocacy is that we onboard people at a firm scale, and we also encouraging them to use their own social media channel, which was not the case before. People were mostly using word of mouth or doing some promotion by themselves. But now with this kind of initiative, you really have something that is organized structure within the firm scale, and you can definitely having, it's not saying control, but you can onboard them with some guidelines, with some kind of program, with do's and don'ts and everything. So
like a more organized way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I think what has changed is the channel, but the intention is the same. And the goal is the same. So you may have been doing, you and I, well, we are still young, I think.
Yes, you are always, don't worry.
No, what I wanted to say is, 20 to 30 years ago, before the internet and even emailing, people were having these PR sessions or meetings, and that is employee advocacy too. That's advocacy after all. It's just that the channels have changed, and now we have a lot more of them, more diverse, and most of them, let's face it, are digital.
Definitely. And even if you want to compare in the external corporate world, we know that today we have a lot of influencer, and basically it is the same thing. So they are promoting for brand, using their own audiences to spread the word. So I will say that this employee brand ambassador is like the influencer of today. So they help the company reaching more people and raising awareness about product and services.
And have you heard anyone saying, I don't want to get on board? Or which are the main, why are people hesitant sometimes?
You mean in using social media?
To join a program like this one, or in general to use social media.
Well, so far, nobody said to me that he didn't want to be onboarded.
Okay, that's good then. Okay.
But the thing is that we've been talking about employee engagement. So we may have some people that were really motivated at the beginning to be onboarded into the program, but after some time we realized that they didn't share at all, or they didn't even connect their social media to share from the tool we are using. So sometimes we ask them. Sometimes they realize that they didn't need to be into the program anymore. They are independent, so they feel confident to use it. Social media on their own without counting on the program. But no, so far, in my point of view, I wouldn't see why someone wouldn't be on board into this kind of program, because it clearly facilitates their life. We know that people are busy. They don't have the time to check on the corporate website, on the corporate social media channel, or being subscribed to all newsletters that can exist. So clearly, we ease their life by choosing the right content for them based on their interest. So all they have to do is to share and add their personal touch into the message. Who
doesn't like curated content anyway? That's why we love social media. Or that's why we go to Twitter to see the news on these kind of things. But what I also realize is most of these programs are powered by a third-party software.
Yes.
In our case as well, but it doesn't mean a business can develop its own tool. It could be, but out there I see a growing number of tools from even sometimes well-known social media management tools that have been in the market for years. They are jumping also into this employee advocacy field because everyone has realized the power of employees and the power of employees' networks.
And in my view, I think it has been underestimated for years, but employees have clearly the power to generate more interest about the company, about the services, about the product. And I think this kind of initiative can clearly put employees one of the key stakeholders, participants into their company's promotion and awareness.
Okay, I'm trying to contact Carla now to see if she's available to ask the last question. We miss you, Carla. We miss you. So if you hear my keyboard, it's because I'm trying to reach her out. So, hello, Carla. How are you?
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm getting better and better. I don't know if you can tell from my voice.
We can hear your voice. That happens when you drink a lot of Aperol Spritz. So Yasmine is here, eager to answer your question.
Thank you for calling me. I'm quite sad not being part of this episode, but I get to ask the last question, so I'm very happy for that. Are you ready, Yasmine? Because
yes, I am.
This is the philosophical food for thought question. Well, we know that you are a digital enthusiast, but not everyone shares this enthusiasm. And actually, some employees can be quite skeptical, I think, when it comes to being active on social media, even fearful as well of, I mean, not just social media, but digital technology in general. So, what's your view on how technology can change or will change the way we work and communicate as well? I mean, not just internally, but also externally to the world.
So first of all, I would like to say that I understand people who are reluctant using social media, and the last few years show that trust can be broken when it comes to social media. So we have some stories like Cambridge Analytics. And more recently, we have the story with Elon Musk using Twitter basically to share his opinion about Bitcoin. And when we saw the impact about this tweet, I mean, these small messages on the Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrency environment, then I can understand that people can be fearful about using social media when we see, so I will say, the huge impact that can have on the crypto environment, on people, on their wealth, and so on. But on the other hand, and I think I should not deny it, but technology has really improved the way to access communication. So our world is full of information, sometimes misinformation, fake news, as Louis friends Donald Trump like to say. So even if you think about YouTube, you can find basically everything if you search on YouTube. So the access to information has been clearly simplified with technology, and we also see it now in the way we work. So in the famous remote working world, technology has been a key differentiator for some company, and I believe that we have been quite lucky here for having a digital workplace tool that allow us to work remotely, to improve our flexibility to work from basically anywhere. But on the other hand, it means that the more you are connecting, the less you feel the right to disconnect. So this is, on my point of view, a risk that we should be all careful. That yes, technology can be for sure useful in so many areas, but we need also to be aware about the impact it can have on our well-being in work, and the balance between private and professional lives. And when it comes to communication, well, as we already mentioned, there are so many tools today that allow us to communicate more to more targeted audiences, more effectively into different kind of platform. So maybe what technology will change in the coming years is that, for example, if I take the example of influencer, today we have a lot of influencer who has millions of followers on every well-known social media platform. And in my point of view, what will change in the communication of ambassadorship or influencership, I don't know if it's the right word.
Yeah, I think it's influencership. Yeah.
Is that we will more focus on influencer with niche. We have a niche for followers, meaning that, in my point of view, companies should bet more on this kind of influencer in the coming years. That huge influencer that basically have yes, a huge audiences, but probably a less action on their,
like a specific.
Yeah.
So what you mean is, you think the trend is going towards influencers that are focused on specific audiences?
Yes, my point of view.
So it makes them more intimate, more connected,
more authentic,
more related, and more authentic. That's very interesting. Okay, that's a good tip for you. I love something you said. Yes, you said, so the more you are connected, the less you feel the right to disconnect. This is a quote for a magazine. It is very nice.
I don't know if someone already said that, but,
it's
I take
nice
the copyright.
because it's true. I mean, especially in these COVID times, you get requests. Or people call you like if I don't know, now because you are working from home. It means you're available 24/7. No, we aren't. Anyway, so I think that question is the last one we have, and I cannot thank you more, Yasmine, for taking the time to be here. And explain to our audience what an employee advocacy program is, what it represents, what is at stake, and what the good tips you have given them to work on this kind of initiatives. So thanks a lot.
Thanks to you for the opportunity.
Until the next one. Ciao. And that is all for today. This is TechTalk, technology made simple over a cup of coffee. And now is when Carla says, and a cup of tea. But as you may know, she's sick. So thank you for listening, and until the next episode. Looking forward to it. Ciao.